All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shemal Rashai, by Shema Kakodash, the abundance of the apostle and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim, the preaching the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just had this article queued up. It just went out, but see it'll pop back up in the news. It says FBI searched data of millions of Americans without warrants. Surge came as Bureau sought to curb wave of hacking attacks. ACLU calls it invasions of privacy on an enormous scale. Yeah, so, more of, Esau doing whatever it takes to get his NWO off the ground. A lot of people look at us like we're just conspiracy theorists. We just have a theory that the government is cracking down on the common American citizen, whether they're following the Americanized policy or not, and it's true. When this devil really takes off with the full scale, New World Order, it's not gonna save a soul. It's the NWO is predominantly tailor made for the upper echelons to rule in a damn near like a Elysium or a reserve utopia, and turn the whole world into a dystopian reality, man. It shows you that on these different movies concepts, showing you how aggressive the crackdowns are gonna be. It's a reason why there's vaults of DARPA dogs, vaults of frequencies that can actually keep all these citizens, millions of individuals in restraint. It's a reason why your phones is constantly, you have to accept all kind of policy that you usually don't go through the fine print, but it entails investigating your phone, using your data essentially against you. All these different things aren't just here for no reason. See, for the idle mind and the idle eyes, they can't connect the dots. You learn how to connect the dots in school to actually see the bigger picture. A lot of people, they learned that concept in school, and that's the furthest it got in school. But when it comes to the reality of what we're involved in, they just can't see it. And that's why a lot of these different jakes are going to get caught up in that. But it says the FBI searched emails, texts, and other electronic communications of as many as 3.4 million U.S. residents without a warrant over a year, the nation's top spy chief said in a report. The queries, which is like short for inquiry or investigations, if I'm not mistaken, were made between December 2020 and November 2021 by the FBI personnel as they look for signs of threats and terrorism within electronic data legally collected under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Yeah, so they already have these acts in place, these administrations that essentially is to spy on you. You have no right of privacy, all right? We're slaves in this captivity, man. When people are so desensitized to being investigated and spied on, that they don't even they just look at this as the new reality, this new norm. According to an annual transparency report issued Friday by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the surge came as the FBI made a push to stop hacking attacks, but the American Civil Liberties Union called it an invasion of privacy on an enormous scale. Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is, and we're not going to protest, for the government to try to give us, our privacy back. We already know what time we in. We know that this devil is playing by he doesn't play by the rule book. He doesn't play fair. And that's fine and dandy, because when the Most High brings down judgment, it's gonna be no holds bar. It speaks about how basically when the Lord comes, he's not gonna come to spare nothing, man. You know, and see these devils, they come together in a cohesive network. That's why it speaks about these different agencies, and it's like a conglomerate of them that damn near amalgamate together or come together in cohesion. Let me get that street. You know, and all to take you down. I wanted to get that scripture where it speaks about, you know, how a wolf shall watch over that street, if I'm not mistaken, and it deals with let me see, deals with basically government. All right, because it's not talking about an actual literal wolf. You know, yep. This is Jeremiah 5:6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. You know, Esau is even known as a lion. The scriptures speak about, you know, how he be in these hidden places lurking. You look at these cops, and they'll be between speed zones, you know, speed checkers, and you know, it might be a decline of a hill where you essentially naturally accelerate, and they'll put themselves there, you know, just to get you. And the wolf of the evening shall spoil them. Yeah, you look at these different police, like I said, cops and individuals that have a more aggressive hand towards crackdowns. They be tearing Jake ass up, man. You know, you look at when they have a warrant, you know, out for your arrest, they have the ability to kick in your doors, you know, take your goods. Hell, and in the same token, you have civil forfeiture. All right, where if they could pull you over and you have abundance of cash and you don't have any type of receipts or things of that nature, it's their duties that you have to forfeit all your asset, you know. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Yeah, so a leopard is known to climb and have excellent overview. You know, their eyes are hella acute, you know. So they have those sharp senses, and they don't miss a beat, so to speak. So this devil's eyes are 10 times more sharper than the leopard, man. His eyes are everywhere. You had the movie Eagle Eye, and it shows that you can't break out of the grid, right? You can't do anything to put yourself in a hitting area that's under the radar. You know, this devil's tapped in. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces. Yeah, and if you defy the policy of this man and you try to push out, we've seen the results of many that try to etch their own way out of the system. This devil come for your ass. He'll demonize you. First off, it's an image tear. And then when they have that area of leverage where they already make you seem like a nefarious animal, they could you know, incarcerate you or kill you. All right. If you look at a lot of the Native American leaders, they were just fighting for justice of their own, but they got demonized. A lot of their pictures got plastered all over the United States, you know, as you know, for a reward to capture, and you know, they got looked at like they were an enemy of the state the country that they naturally resided in. You see, that's how this devil has the ability to turn the minds of the people. You know, it says because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased. Yeah, so we know what time it is. You know, this devil's going to continue to push his narrative. He's going to continue to push against us, but you know, the Spirit of the Lord is on us to keep our hands clean, man. You know, the scriptures speak about how he that haveth clean hands shall become stronger and stronger. You know, and it speaks about how shall a righteous man cleanse his way by taking heed unto the word. So if you stay out of the bullshit, this devil, you know, even though he tries to get you, you know, that's a form of resisting him. He can't, you know, attack you. You see? Because they want to build a case against the elect, all right? The apostles, the elders, the brothers, you know, and they need evidence, an insurmountable amount of evidence, like to crack down on these RICOs, You know, they have abundance of evidence where when the United States versus so-and-so is commenced, you know, these Jakes damn near have to plead out, you know, because it's a super abundance of evidence. But, you know, that was just the main thing I wanted to just go into, you know, crank up another one. Just want to keep these things short and sweet. But hopefully, brothers and a few sisters will edify them and end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shai, by Shem Kakadash, double honor to the apostle and others, great millstone. Shalom Alaikum.